Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now get any breakfast sandwich for just $2. Available only through the app. Mobile order and pay available at participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting your cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com right now for free screening resources and recommendations from the American Cancer Society. Don't wait. Early detection can save your life. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com today. Cancerscreeninfo.com.
Hi, this is Kate, otherwise known as the Duchess of New Jersey. When I'm not busy hanging out at the beach, telling people off, or watching someone pump gas for me, I listen to the Eric Zane Show Podcast. And now I'd like to introduce the star of the show, Eric Zane.
Oh, yeah, listen
It's
to that.
riveting.
It's riveting. It's riveting, Eric Zane. Before I forget, what is it like when you hear an adult utter things that a child should say? Take, for example, sexy voice Andrea, who a minute and a half ago, I wouldn't have dreamed of starting the show picking on her. But you know what she did? She did one of the cardinal sins on the Eric Zane Show podcast. Complained like a kid. And not only did she complained about something that kids may complain about. Emotes, which I have. They are done. I've seen all my doggies' faces. They are done. But so easily leaves everybody's mind that this is a one-man show. A one-man show. And you know, after about 11 hours of show-related stuff, which, granted, isn't like digging a ditch or getting in and out of a truck all day, it's still a lot of time. I'd like to, go to the YMCA or take the dogs for a walk or, eat and shit. So, from time to time, things fall through the cracks. Hey, still waiting on emotes. Hey, I'm still waiting on emotes. What? What are you talking about? Oh, yes. And then she writes, I thought you had the Canadian guys. Yeah, I do have the Canadian guys to help me. I do. But you do okay. It's remarkable that I have to break this down bit by bit for you, when all it should take is shut up, deer hunter. And you should go, oh, okay, that's right. I'm a stupid idiot. They are helping me. They've made the emotes. We still need to discuss functionality, how that works. I have no idea how to incorporate them into what I do. It might be a simple thing, but it still requires a meeting, ma'am. The simple act of the minutes to sit down, sit face-to-face electronically with these gentlemen, and them explain it to me sometimes takes a back seat to, taking care of my wife or my brother-in-law or taking the dogs to the vet. So, as always, as I say to the complainers on this show, shut up. And for you in particular, madam, oh my God, you look so hungry. You look like you need a 10-minute timeout, and I just gave it to you. So that's how we're going to start. I was in a fantastic mood. I got a new hoodie that says Bass Pro Shops. I don't shop there. I go, where did we get this? Oh, that was given to Kevy as a birthday gift from your brother-in-law, and he's never worn it once, so it's yours now. Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. I got to drink some coffee. Welcome to the show, by the way. One more, and then we're done. It's my, I love the clear coffee mug. Gift from the Michigan Army National Guard. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Amanda. She, what did she write? She wrote something that was actually pertinent. Something about okay, I hope the TikTok I sent you made you feel better. Okay, that made my night, and that is going to be talked about at length today. The Joel Osteen TikTok, and this has propelled a whole shit show of drama, and I'm just loving this. I cannot wait to get to that. All right, as you know, this show happens each and every day from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker studio. This little dirty, filthy room above my garage. So that has been the case for nearly 3 years. Thank you so much for being here. The live stream happens every single day, as those I'm talking to right now. That's where I'm able to interact with them. These are my text message into the show type moments and phone calls into the show type moments. If you would like to be part of that, it's on Twitch. What's that? I'm old. I don't know shit. It's real simple. All you have to do is either download the Twitch app and then find me there. I can be found at, just search Eric Zane Live, all one word. And you can watch me on your mobile device live every morning. And you can dim the screen, and you can not worry about having to fry your battery. On your desktop, you can just go to twitch.com or twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, all one word, and follow. Just follow the page. This is not difficult. We'll get to the rest of the stuff later about subscriptions and bits. You can figure that out on your own. Subscriptions are great because you can get the show in its entirety without any commercials, except for the one at the beginning, which doesn't matter anyway. But otherwise, you'll see a big, fat, honking couple of commercials just show up in the middle of whatever the hell I'm saying. With subscriptions, you can sign up with your Amazon Prime account. You get one a month, every month, from Amazon Prime. Free. Okay? Free. And that helps me, because when you do that, it gives your old pal Eric Zane $2.50 to me, $2.50 to the Canadian Twitch guru. And that's how the world works. That's how the world turns. All right? I said I wasn't going to explain that, and I did. If we average 75 viewers for every show for 1 month, that means your old pal Eric Zane is a partner on Twitch, and that has benefits. That is part of the ever-growing infrastructure of the Eric Zane Show podcast. So I guess my point is, this is the hard push to follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. Just go to that web address or where I told you on the app and hit the follow thingy. It's a little hard. Hit it. And then tell your friends. Thank you. No apparent drama yesterday. The loud, angry noises from the usual suspects concerning our Lord and Savior Joseph Christ have subsided. We are moving on. Move on from town to town. Dear Meathead, today my dad will be joining me in 50 minutes. I had another conversation with him yesterday that made me sad. And while I'm sad, I have to talk him through it and let him know, because he realizes something happened that's a little, peculiar. I had to then make him not feel bad while I feel bad. Does that make sense? I call him often. I called him yesterday. I go, hey, Dad, hey, we're looking forward to talking to you on the show, Oh, okay, what are you doing? Oh, well, I don't know, just put snow tires on the car. Small talk, shit like that. I go, yeah, it's been busy, planning for the wedding. That's kind of, we talked about that, and he doesn't respond. And he goes, when is the date again for the wedding? I go, November 19th. And he goes, oh, and he sounds disappointed. And I'm like, boy, what's up with that? And I just detected something nutty. And he goes, we will not be there. And I go, where, what? Well, I know we talked about that in the event of COVID is still dramatically ruining the world. In a year, we would absolutely, that's the way to go. It's appropriate. But, that's almost 1 year away. And you know where this is going. And this, he's not argumentative. He's like, we're not comfortable. We're not comfortable. It's just too bad right now. And I go, and I again said what I just said again. And then this happened like 2 more times. And I said, and then he goes, wait a minute. Is that like in the next couple days, the wedding? And I'm like, oh, no. I go, so then I'm like wanting to cry. And then I go, no. You've got almost 12 months until the wedding. It's in like 1 year. They just got engaged. Now we're planning the wedding. They didn't get engaged and then they get married shortly thereafter. You got to plan it. So he goes, oh, it's in a year. I go, yeah. And then he goes, honey, I'm sorry. My brain, not so good. I go, don't even worry about that. Hey, I go, that's still good though. Now I'm like, I deflect. I go, but that's still good to think. I mean, if it's bad, then you don't want to come. You don't want to expose yourself if you're, oh my God. So I've been having these, I'm not going to cry, I swear to God. I've been having these thoughts lately. You're not going to have them forever. You are not, Eric, your dad is not going to be, well, everybody, this is a stone cold lead pipe lock. This is going to happen. Oh, shit. Give you angels' wings to those who've had to endure that horrible thing. I almost forget that this happened to my mother. It's you just put high walls around those hot spots of emotion in your soul, and you just shove them off to other side, and then you continue living. It's like, oh my God, this is brutal. So that happened yesterday. So with that, let's give a wholehearty effort in sending some questions to my sweet beloved father. I did not post anything yesterday on social media reminding you. My bad. I'm sorry, Andrea, if that slipped through the cracks of my list of things. Hey, I'm still waiting on an email to remind me to ask your dad something. I'm going to go gut a deer and shit in my hand and smoke 4 packs of cigarettes. Excuse me if I didn't get it out there for the world to see. Please consider sending a question for Dad, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Over here in Cedar Tucky. By the way, that is the new sexy voice Andrea voice impersonation. That's all I have to do from this point going forward. Amanda, not to be confused with Andrea, the names both start with A. This is why you need to make him an immortal emote. Yes, eventually. And now, none of my emotes right now are humans. They are all animals. I have all animal emotes. Patriot Nick says, Eric, I can't imagine what that's like. I'm feeling for you, brother. If I was closer, I'd hug you, bud. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But this is just part of life. This is, you just deal. You just move on. And when something does happen that's absolutely horrible, man, to me, the way of handling that is helping all those other people who are sad, because if that ever does happen, well, it is going to happen. I mean, you don't like to think about it. And look at that, all those gift subs by Nick. That is very kind of you. You don't ever want to think about it, but come on. It's just part of life. It's just part of living. That's why we are here. All right. Oh, mom. Jess Codes says, sexy voice sounds like a dude. Well, she's got a really smoky voice. Hey, Eric Zane. It's remarkably attractive, in my opinion. But when I take the deepness of it, also with her tough as nails, combative, ass-kicking style, it births this. Hey, guys, come on over here. Hey, Jason, get over here. I got a vagina that needs tending to. Ah! So there you go. Eric at ericzaneshow.com for dad. The show, if you could, it is also good to support the show on various social medias. I am once again 25 days until I am free from the Facebook doghouse. I am in jail again. I remember there was a time when I got put in Facebook jail, and I was like, oh, no, oh, my God, the show's over. I'm dead. Anyway, Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. On Facebook, if you could, these are all little things that take you really no effort, no money, nothing, and it does help the show. And thank you so much to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid for supporting the Facebook page. Please like it on Facebook. Follow me there, too. Twitter, at Eric Zane Show on Twitter. That's really the only place that I can post social media that I interact with you. I take it back. I also post on the Reddit page lately. That's obviously gotten a little bit more activity since the drama with our Lord and Savior, Joseph Christ. But so I will answer. If you ever want to talk to me in any way, shape, or form, I answer everything. Just deal yourself in on a conversation on Reddit or on Twitter, or when I'm not banned, Facebook, or by just sending me an email, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I try to answer all of them. If I don't, I apologize. And some of you have my phone number. Just text me. I love the conversation. Frankly, it gets lonely. One is the loneliest number that you ever. 3 Dog Night. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And then the almighty YouTube. Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, bell notification, and thumbs up. On the home front, it may be weird. In fact, I know it's going to be weird to start with these two stories because of the unspeakable nature of both of them. Now, one you hear about a lot, and I'll just give it away. It's the Hamm's Beer shit cannon, otherwise known as the Hamm's Beer shit howitzer, or the Bush Beer shit cannon, or the Bush Beer shit howitzer. It depends. Right now, Bush is the beer of choice. Quick pause in the story. Tell you about a text message exchange. Queen of the Forest made the potato soup yesterday, which, if you were listening to the Patreon, I almost ruined. Which, by the way, she said it tasted fantastic. She was making it in the crock pot. I forgot to stir it. She called me up while I was on the show. Said, have you stirred that soup? And it's like an hour after I was supposed to stir the soup and put it on low on the crock pot. And I said, no, I'm here podcasting. And she was so pissed. She was so pissed. I actually paused the podcast, put on like a music bed, and ran downstairs, stirred it, and put it on low. Problem, I didn't put it on low. I put it on high. Actually, it was on low. I was supposed to put it on warm. warm. It's supposed to be on warm at this point, but I turned it to high. So, it's already been under too much heat for too long and hasn't been stirred. That's a problem. And then when I finally do get down there, I don't put it on warm. I make it hotter. She finally gets home and she goes, okay, let's go check this out, asshole. What do you I told you, oh my God. I go, I know. I'm so sorry. And then she gets there and it's like, you ever see those Discovery Channel shows when they show like the drone going over the volcano and it's like, it's just like all this lava. The shit's so hot. I thought it was going to catch on fire. She goes, what? This shouldn't, what? It's on high. I told you to put it on warm. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? I go, oh no, I'm so sorry. And she goes, geez, go man. And then she puts it in the bowl and then she comes up here and I had to talk to her about some things, some private stuff. And then she, nothing big. And she takes a bite out after it cools. She goes, it tastes good. You didn't do any damage to it. I cannot believe it survived. Because, if you cook it too long, the cubed potato hash browns that, the frozen ones, the Ore-Ida in the bag, that's where the potato soup takes. They become like, mush. It survived. I don't know how it survived, but it did survive. All right. How did I get to that point? What was I talking about? I don't remember. But anyway, it may be weird to start with these two stories. Oh, no, I remember what it was. I was talking about the Hamsbeer shit cannon and the Queen of the Forest. She had the soup. So, and then after that, she sent me a text message from the NFK. Well, she had a conversation with her brother, Kevy. Is that the creamy potato soup you make? Yes. Kevy, I love that shit. Of course, he said, I love that shit. I love that shit. You should have seen him watching the football game the other day. He was so pissed off about something. I mean, you thought I was bad with my string of successive F-bombs from time to time. He was pissed off at the Dallas Cowboys or something like that. And he hates Jerry Jones for some reason. And I'm telling you, the outrageousness of what he referred to, I think he called him a fucky fuck, fuckhead, fuck you, fuck off, suck my fuck or something like that. It doesn't make sense. And I go, oh, you don't like Jerry Jones. Yeah, he's a racist. I'm like, oh, he is? And he goes, yeah, he's a fucking racist. Look at him. I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. I had no idea Jerry Jones was a racist. I go, and then, if you don't agree with him, he's going to almost get pissed at you. You can tell. He's looking at you. And then, he probably thinks I'm a racist now. I mean, I tell racist jokes, but I'm not a racist. Is that okay? I don't know if that is. I don't think it is. I think people don't like that. By the way, I had somebody reach out to me on Reddit and said, I guess there is still some drama. Somebody said, hey, I want you to know that you better watch your back. Oh, okay. What's up? Yeah, I'm going to be paying extra close attention to you. And I know there's a certain sports team that would just love to hear what you're saying. And then, I'll just sit back and watch you get canceled. The guy's or girl is calling his or her shot, going to pay attention for me to say something fucked up or do something fucked up or write something fucked up. And then, and I'm like, okay. It probably isn't going to help your cause that I have this. Now, if any of the 8 million people that would love to do what you're suggesting does attempt that, I can just go, yeah, just so you know, this is where it comes from. I don't know if that's going to help me, but I'm telling you, I'm getting canceled. This is my last year in any type of sports. I'm going to be wiped out. You watch. My Fridays and Saturdays during hockey and basketball season are going to be freed up. It's coming. It is coming. I predicted it. Remember, bold prediction. I'm getting canceled from the last semblance of regular business. It will happen. It's my bold, fast and true prediction. Anyway, so it may be weird to start with these two stories, but they did happen. And this first one happens when you're married nearly 30 years, I would guess. Now, this is indicative of a whole new level of love. It really is. I mean, I can tell you that today I am in love with Diana more than I ever have been in my entire life. And every day it's that much more. By the way, when you've been married this long, you tend to, if you're good at being, if you're the best husband in the world, as we all know, sometimes people say those things. You tend to recognize that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I love her so much. Oh my God. And every day I love her that much more. Okay. And, you know, when you're married that long and you're, this is kind of like when you hear, we're going to be that couple who, you'll read about in People magazine and the whole world will go, oh my God, when we're going to be like in the same hospital room, side by side, holding hands. And, you know, she's going to go, oh, I can't take it. Oh. And then she's going to drop dead. And then I'm going to look over and then 3 seconds later, and then everybody will be gathered around. There'll be video of it. I'll go, oh, yeah, I'm coming too. Oh, it's like a big orgasm of death. Oh, yeah. And then I'm dead. And then, you know, bum, bum, bum. And then everybody's going to cry and lift you up on angels' wings. Ba, 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 ba. You in the palm of his hand. And then everybody's going to look, oh my God, it's going to be an aura around us. That's going to be us. Like 80 years from now. I say that, I know that because of the incident that happened yesterday. And you all know I'm telling the truth. There's no way I would just make this up about something so heinous about my wife. But I said to her, I go, hey, I'm going to tell the world about this. No, you're not. I go, yeah, I am. And she goes, well, we've been married nearly 30 years. I don't even care anymore. I don't remember what was leading up to this, but I walked out of my bedroom and she was like getting ready to take a shower, I guess, at some point. And I take 2 steps out of the bedroom and she is now become naked. And I don't know that. I'm just like looking on my phone or whatever, fighting with somebody online. I walk out of the room. My back is to her and I hear, hey. I turn around and look. And she has actually bent over and spread her ass cheeks to reveal her whole asshole, her actual asshole, and you can actually see where the baby comes out of too. And she's laughing hysterically as she shows me her exposed asshole. And I'm like, I go, what, you sick fuck? Are you? And she's just cracking up. She thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. Do any of you do stupid shit like this just from time to time, just to kind of like, I'm like, you're such a sick fuck. You are such a sick asshole. What a stupid thing to do. You see, she would never have dreamt of doing anything like this had she not been with me for, well, we've been married for almost 30, but together since 1989, so more than 30. I mean, we're symbiotic. We're Eddie Brock and what's the creature's name? Eddie Brock and Symptom or Syndrome or something like Venom. That's what we are. Oh my God. She showed me her entire fucking butthole. I don't think she can take a phone call right now. She can't. She's in the school. Can you imagine if she did take that call? There's all these little kids mingling around her, and she's having a conversation on a podcast, some for 50 people. And hey, tell everybody about what you were thinking when you showed me your butthole. The Duchess, good Lord. Amanda, any hemorrhoids? One. Oh. Jeez. Savage sack lunch. LOL, yesterday I mooned my wife and kids. That's classic. Yes. The Duchess says, absolutely no. There's no way I would ever show my butthole to Paul. I wholeheartedly would even dismiss the idea of showing Paul my anus. I would never do such a thing. I don't believe that at all. What is that about protest the loud? Who doth protest the loudest or something like that? Zildjian, which I think is a Armenian symbol maker. Time to search and see if there are any metal songs called Orgasm of Death. That would be a great name for a death metal band. Orgasm of Death. The only butthole Paul will be seeing is Eric's when we have our orgy. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. Zildjian, Armenian symbol maker, says, oh my God, there is a song. There is a song called Orgasm of Death. Is there, I'm being asked about a description of said butthole. You got to understand, the way her body is made with the red hair, everything is abnormally pink. There is a high degree of, it's like a fluorescently pink butthole. All right. I know this is a lot of information. I know that. I mean, we've already covered a tremendous amount of ground. Crank says, Duchess of New Jersey, you are the show star today. Wow. Also from the home front. Finishing up the process of taking the trash out to the driveway. I wander around the backyard. This back door, which some of you have even been out. Speaking of Kate's husband, Paul, I'm going out the back door. By the way, Paul has no idea he is supposed to have sex with my butt. That was discussed quite a bit on the Patreon yesterday. Kate's husband, Paul, is supposed to slam me right in the butt. That is what was talked about yesterday. And I'm considering allowing it. Just because it would be Paul. The idea of Kate doing play-by-play, saying, get him, Paul, make him humble, is hilarious. So out by the back door, there's a window. And, like, you know that bathroom right by the back door? Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm like gathering up the trash, and I hear in the house, it's the NFK, and I know what's up. He's wandering to that region of the house. That bathroom. I'm outside gathering the trash near that window. This has never, ever happened in the history of the Hams Beer Shit Howitzer. And as everybody knows, there is no such thing as a quiet bowel movement for the NFK because of hasn't eaten vegetables in years, a little low on any type of healthy food. Basically, the diet is water, Hams or Bush beer, Hot Pockets, devour frozen foods, mugu gai pan, and other various Chinese frozen dishes. Everything is frozen. All just frozen, prepared, heavily salted, loaded with nonsense foods. When you do that to a person, also grizzly, long cut wintergreen chewing tobacco probably doesn't help. That will cause your anus to have forceful, explosive diarrhea every time you go caca. And the echo chamber, that is the porcelain bowl, as I've detailed many times, produces an outrageous sound of it's horrendous. No such thing as a quiet bowel movement or tidy. It's, oh my God. Do you remember there was a movie that Stanley Kubrick made called Full Metal Jacket? And there's a scene during basic training where Private Pyle loses his mind. And in the bathroom, he shoots the drill sergeant and then shoots his own head off, puts the barrel of the rifle into his mouth and shoots his head off. Well, it doesn't come off, but the bullet comes out the back, and you see behind him this absurd debris field of brain. And that's what it looks like on the inside of my toilet on a regular basis. Oh. I'm outside, and then, though I'm outside, I'm away from that spot. Never before has this taken place. The Hamsbeer shit cannon was audible like you wouldn't believe. It was like it was in my ear. From outside, I hear the Hamsbeer shit cannon. What the fuck is going on in this household? What an absolute catastrophe. Oh. Oh, man. I was done with my chores. Instead of going in that door, which I would then be walking right by that door that he is in, I actually went around the house to the front door of the home, into that, just so that I didn't have to have, the timing is always, it's right in my brain. I might as well have a microphone up his butt with headphones directly into my ears. Kate says, poor bastard. He's just a shit machine. Absolutely. Jason Schaefer says, was there any death orgasm groaning with it? No. It's always silent. It's always just, you never hear, shit, fuck. It's just an explosive mass. Oh, boy. If you're watching the show, you can see O'Neill is curled up, but on his back at the same time, does O'Neill want his belly rubbed? No, but you can't see. Maybe you can. I'm looking at what is his left eye. You can kind of see the white of his eye there. His eye's open. He sleeps with his eyes open, like that crazy chick from Throw Mama from the Train, the mom. Oftentimes he's seen with his eyes open. Oh, he just woke up. You saw that. Kate adds, there is no pushing needed for the NFK. No, it's true. As soon as he assumes a position, it just falls out of him. And then he just might give it a little shove along the way, and that produces these concussive blasts. So gross. So horrible. All right. Next up. Hey, I've been planning a trip up north. That's right. Your old pal Eric Zane, O'Neill, And Bruce, 1 foot of snow. I had my buddy up there plow so I could get in. And I'm going to bring my chainsaw. I'm going to get more firewood for the spring. And I'm not going to do a damn thing. I'm just going to watch TV, drink coffee, play with the dogs, cut down trees, split logs, maybe shoot a live stream from the Fear Bunker North. That's it. Been planning it for a couple of weeks. This is going to make some of you angry. But I want you to know that this is warranted and this is fair. My trip got canceled. And this is going to sound shitty. The Queen of the Forest is going to Florida this weekend. She and her gal pals, when you're over 50, they're referred to as your gal pals or lady friends, you know? And Diana being, I think she's like 15 or 16 years older than me. She's referring to them as gal pals. She's not really. She's only 55. But, I still can't believe she's 55 because when I say it, it sounds old as fuck. Now, it's only 4 years older than your old pal, Eric Zane. But I still feel like I'm about 26 with my brain power. It's like I'm dating a gilf. That's both horrendous to say and complimentary. I still feel like a brat. She's going to Florida with her gal pals to celebrate one of the gal pals' birthdays. So gal pals getting together. They're all single. Every one of them gotten divorced. And off they go. All right. And they're going to, drink stupid drinks and mojitos and whatever. And I don't know. Go flirt with guys. Maybe go to a strip club, all male strip club. Or all female, I don't know. There might even be an orgy in there. I have no idea. I have no clue. I said to Diane, I'm thinking about going up north. I'm gonna get somebody to watch Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog and Daisy, and I'm gonna go up north. And she said, "No, you're not." I said, "Oh yeah? What's up?" She goes, "I need my basement done. Stay home and work on my basement." Undeniable. I can't. She's right. She's absolutely right. I go, thank you for the reminder. I forgot. Remember the last time I bragged that I have gotten work done on it? I haven't gotten shit done since then. A thing. I haven't even gone down there. I went down there. I take it back. I went down there once. And you can tell I haven't been down there a while because Daisy's gone down there and shit like 4 times. Reminds me of Billy Sholis's house when I was a kid playing fucking Atari Gunslinger in the fucking TV room with piles of shit all around us as we played Gunslinger on Atari. What am I doing here? I'm worse than Billy Sholis. So that'll be my weekend. Come on now. I know some of you are like, oh yeah, that's really good. She gets to go to Florida and you got to work. Fuck that. No, come on now. It's only right. If I hadn't been putting off this basement for so long, and again, I am not putting it off because I'm lazy. I know sexy voice Andrea likes to assume I'm just fucking around and not doing anything. No, there's not a lazy ounce of energy in me. I'm an absolute juggernaut. I am an unstoppable force who always has something to do. And I keep a list. I actually have a list called To Do. And it's unbelievably long. And it's all about prioritizing and categorizing. And occasionally things go to the top of the list because of urgency. And others get moved around and shuffled. It's fluid, Which brings me to the Great Food Update. Great Food Giveaway 2 update, I should say. That became a massive priority. When you all said, hey, are we doing that again? And I went, I don't know. And they go, come on. All right, I'll do it. By just talking about it on this show, you have been dipping into your pockets and giving me your hard-earned money. You haven't been giving it to me. You've been giving it to the food payroll. How much it's going to cost to feed these people, 100 people, boxes of food, which will include, when we give it away on December 23rd at Irvine's, a beautiful brand new ham. These are the kind that are all wrapped up, already cooked. You just throw it in the oven for a couple of hours at 250 degrees, and there you go. Not to mention the King's Hawaiian rolls, the corn, the gravy, a bag of potatoes, and a pumpkin pie. That is a turnkey Christmas dinner. People pull up, they roll down the window. The Zaniacs put the box in the car. Thank you for coming. Have a Merry Christmas. None of this Happy Holidays bullshit. If you will ask, what holiday are we celebrating this? And we'll say happy whatever. How does that sound? I don't know. Some of them will say happy holidays, I'm sure. Saul, I don't know what he's going to do. Saul's going to be saying happy holidays. I'm quite certain of that, because Saul, being one of our beloved Jewish brethren. Okay, more on that in a second, because I want to talk about this volunteer army of mine that I have. I haven't really been hammering it lately, but I do want to put this as a reminder that if you're hearing this on any one of either Twitch or on the audio podcast, if you could, because anything we get dollars and cents wise over and above the cost of the food, which is $3,300, will be donated to Kids Food Basket, which is an unbelievably effective local charity feeding super vulnerable kids in school systems, okay? With a sack lunch every single day, because a lot of these kids, they cannot afford school lunch. And they don't have any food at home, so they are starving. This sack lunch shows up to the schools every day and handed out to the children. And they are bagged one at a time by an army of volunteers with an unbelievable amount of food that is paid for by things like this. That's how it works. So people have been Venmoing me money at Eric-Zaitunian, Zeitunian. I'll put it in the show notes. And on PayPal at Eric Zane Show on PayPal. I always feel like I'm fucking that up. No, that's it. That's definitely it. And I wanted to push it really hard here because if I don't really hammer it, people just, out of sight, out of mind. True to his word, Jason Mays dropped, people who purchased from him AMSOIL products with JM Synthetics. He's giving 5% during this entire fundraiser of everything purchased at jmsynthetics.com when you Venmo him the cash for your purchase. 5% goes to the Great Food Giveaway, too. He sent $50 yesterday, Jason. As of the start of this show, we had $3,409.93 in the coffers, which will then $3,300, give or take a buck or two, will pay for the food at Meijer. Thank you to Joshua at the Jennison Meijer in Jennison, Michigan. That leaves $109.93 in a check form being sent off to Kids Food Basket. However, I see in front of me right now, and he does this this is like the fourth or fifth time he's done this. And, I typically don't say who's given what, but this is the level of commitment to helping hungry people. The very sweet Nick Stewart, the commitment he has made, because every third day, there's $50 in the Venmo from Nick. Oh, my God. So that means what was $3,409.93, $3,459.93. that means $159.93 to Kids Food Basket. And we have plenty of time left. So you're probably like, it's embarrassing that I can only send $1. I don't like that. It makes me feel bad. Fucking that. If every person did that, you're looking at an unbelievable. I had 15,000 downloads 2 days ago. Well, a lot of that was driven by the people that hate me, who hate listening to this show, but whatever. They like to help people. And I had another 8,000 yesterday. In the last week, I've had 45,000 downloads of this show. Now, it's not going to make me Joe Rogan, but there's a lot of people listening to the show and the audio podcast. Twitch is just a drop in the bucket, you know. That's for the diehards that like to watch it live. But if all you folks that listen to this audio podcast while you're truck driving or you're working at whatever job or you're working from home, thank you so much if you send $1. It is an absolute, that is one extra dollar towards hungry kids. So we are just killing it. I am so happy with how this is going. So thank you for all that you do. Full disclosure, I have not put one penny into this yet, and I'm going to. And I only want to do full disclosure because I don't want you to think that I'm letting you pay for all of this. I'm not. I'm going to contribute to it. And I am not going to announce how much I gave, but it when it's all said and done, you'll be able to figure it out. It's not going to be $50. It's not going to be $100. It's not going to be $500. Right now, two people have given $500. So for me, I have to at least match those, right? I have to match $500. So, you know, I mean, that's what's right, in my opinion. So there you go. This show has been very, very good to me. It's a lot of hard work, but through all of the hustles of the show, all of the different avenues for revenue, the things that you do, when you drop change in my cup, that allows me to live very comfortably. So I'm blessed, and I won't ever forget that, ever. That's why I come here every day. So thank you very, 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 very much as we approach 3 years of the podcast. Okay. We are off and running. Shit, yeah. Dear Meathead and Moments. Has anybody sent a question for my dad? We don't have shit for questions. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, my God. No, we seriously don't have shit. Oh, I see Aram. Let me look up Meathead. This is the easiest way. I got two questions, Nick and Aram. Think about anything in your life that is causing you stress or hilarity and ask him his opinion on it. Easiest way to do this. Rack your own brain, because everybody's got shit going on in their lives, right? Everybody. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. We are 6 minutes away from this legendary soul. Well, now, the open of the podcast is brought to you this time around by a brand new restaurant / pub in beautiful Hudsonville, Michigan. Okay? Now, if you are in that neck of the woods, you may have already heard about Bosco's Pub. My friends, well, the Furness family, Doug and Dee Dee, our mom and dad, opened up Bosco's Pub in the last year. All right. It is in the Terra Square, as it's known, building in Hudsonville, Michigan. Oh, my God. You must try the burgers. The Olive Burger just won like one of those local best competitions. Like if we did, like they enter into these competitions, best burger in Grand Rapids and stuff like that. And, they come in and everybody's like, boy, who's Bosco's Pub? And then they win. Oh, the level of expertise on the creation of these burgers. You might think, well, it's a burger. I had a conversation with Doug. I'll just pull back the curtain a little bit. I go, okay, a burger's a burger, right? He goes, no. I go, what's different about yours? He goes, well, first of all, what do you do when you make a burger? And I said to Doug, I go, grab the ground beef, make it into a patty, and throw it on the grill. He goes, 100% wrong. He goes, what kind of meat is it? I go, meat. He goes, nope. There's so much more to it than that. It's, first of all, blending different types of meat. Different. You've got chuck. You've got different types of meat that are more fatty or less fatty. He's blending different meats, ingredients to it that make it more like a burger. Because sometimes, like when I make a burger, it just falls apart. It shrinks to the size of Kenny's condom. So it's like the size of a dime. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And then you can just taste meat, which is okay, I guess. But there's no seasoning in it. He goes, Eric, there's a whole process for seasoning. There's a whole process for the temperature that the burger needs to go. He goes, you didn't know any of this shit, did you? I go, no. He goes, there's a temperature that the actual raw meat has to be before it goes on the grill. There is an appropriate temperature for the grill. If it's a few degrees more or a few degrees less, you're going to ruin the food. All of these things, Doug says, makes for, if those steps aren't followed, a shitty burger like yours or an award-winning burger like mine. And he told me this in about 30 seconds, and I felt this big, and I go, I'm so sorry, Doug. And he goes, and my burgers, you're going to pay about $10, $12 for the burger, the coleslaw, the fries, served to you hot. All the, the lettuce, the tomato, all the everything. It's made to order. You tell them what you want. They have things on the menu that are absolutely the fan favorites but you basically tell them whatever the hell you want there. Absolutely incredible. The burgers at Bosco's Pub. And then if you want to go there, see, where I live in Hudsonville, Michigan, for the longest time, it was like a dry community. But since that change, everybody's getting shit-faced all the time. It's like, yeah, I love Jesus. Give me something to drink. That's going to be a GIF. I go, okay, because, I have these meetings with the sponsors. And I'm asking them questions so that I can talk about it on the show. It's called a creative meeting. Okay, so what do you do here? He goes, we make burgers. We watch sports. We drink mixed drinks and we drink beer. I go, what else? He goes, nothing. I go, okay, sounds good. Well, you can also have chicken tenders and maybe a quesadilla. Okay, sounds good. That's pretty basic, but what makes the bar great? He goes, nobody pours a stronger pour on a mixed drink than me. This isn't like going to one of these local places where it's all pre-measured. I jam it full of booze. It's a hard pour. Okay, cool. Draft beer's cheap. Bottled beer's cheap. Drink cheap. Eat cheap. Eat the best burgers in town. They love bulldogs at Bosco's Pub. That's what I mean by that. Here's the menu. This is Bosco. That's their bulldog. There's paintings inside of the place. They actually had paintings commissioned. Should have gone to Richard Francisco. Of the various bulldogs they've had in their lives. You'll see a picture of the dearly departed Chubbs who went to the Rainbow Bridge not long ago on the wall. But there you go. You can get a cheese boscadilla. Ha ha! Get it? A steak boscadilla. Chicken tender meals for free beer. The loaded Bosco fries. I think it's Allie or Ollie. Ollie, it's got to be Ollie. Ollie's Olive Burger. That's the one that won the award. Grilled Angus steak burger, olive medley aioli, Swiss cheese, tomato, and lettuce. So you got an olive medley. I don't know if there's actual, I think it's like in an aioli, which means they might be like minced into the aioli. That sounds incredible. $10.99 for the olive burger. I swear to God, it won an award. I know I'm going on and on about these guys, but I like to do that in my sponsor's first week on the show. I'm going to be hosting parties there. Okay, so if you are cruising along Chicago Drive in Hudsonville, stop by Bosco's Pub. It's a little bit of a challenge to find. I apologize for that, but in fact, if you look at this, it's so screwed up there. You got Chicago Drive going like this, and then there's that stupid Service Drive, and then you can see the pin where Bosco's is. And then this is School Avenue. There's a Mexican grill and bar next to it. This is that whole Terrace Square area. Go there!
People like to have fun during the holidays. You know what's not fun? Returning an ugly sweater. Don't give anyone an ugly sweater this year. Give choice gift cards from giftcards.com instead, and they can pick their own sweater from some of their favorite brands. It's genius.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now get any breakfast sandwich for just $2. Available only through the app. Mobile order and pay available at participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
All right, I got to get to my dad, but before that, shout out to my pals over at Horizon Hydroponics. Kyle writes, it's easy to find unless you're an idiot who has no direction. That might be me. If you're growing indoors, consider Horizon Hydroponics, Horizen, hydroponics.com. You can buy online and have it shipped anywhere in the United States. All right? Orders $250 and more, that shipping is free. You can also, if you're local to West Michigan, Lansing or Kalamazoo, buy it online and pick it up. You will save any shipping charge that may exist. And if you have a question about what you're ordering, there's a phone number right there. Call those nice souls over there at Horizon Hydroponics, and some hippie will pick it up and answer your question. Thank you to Horizon Hydroponics. Again, online at Horizen, hydroponics.com. Use the coupon code Zane Show at checkout for your online order. All online orders will save you 10%. Last one, I swear. I know this is long, but I like to fucking put my all in my sponsors. If I didn't have them, no show. And don't be fast forwarding through this shit. Because funny shit happens on there. And these people pay me a lot of money to have me talk about them. So if you just, it's a free podcast. It's something to listen to. And again, the best racist jokes happen during the sponsors. And if you love racist jokes like I do, this is where they happen. I had somebody, one of the Reddit bunch, say, hey, back to your sponsors. I don't know if they're going to like the way you're representing them. It's like, there are no surprises. You might think you are revealing something to them. You're a whistleblower blowing the lid off of me and my show. But as I indicated to that other person, this is not radio. There aren't sensitivity issues. Believe me. One of the first things I say to my sponsors is, you're probably going to get some calls one day from somebody who doesn't like me. Just be ready for that. And here's the script. You tell them to fuck off. And they go, oh, okay. Yeah, we got it. Frank Fuss will tell you to fuck off if you complain. 616-914-4070. I don't think he will. He is a licensed independent insurance agent / broker. He is absolutely the best. If you have any questions about any type of insurance policy, Obamacare, Medicare, dental insurance, car, life, home, auto, all that shit. It's all there. He does it all. And you know what? It's free. It is free. You think I'm kidding? Even if your workplace insurance, which sucks, every year it gets worse and worse for you. You pay more, you get less. That's why you need a supplemental policy. Frank can help you with that. It costs you next to nothing, and then you're covered. Your family's in great shape. That's you ever had that happen when you go to the doctor? They go, "Do you have any supplemental insurance?" And you're like, "No. What is that? Who the fuck gets that?" Okay, you have a 99% copay on this surgery. It's going to cost you $15 million. Shit. Call Frank, 616-914-4070. Dear Meathead, brought to you by JM Synthetics. Online at jmsynthetics.com. I'm so late. It's the latest I've ever been.
Hello, Johnny on the spot.
I think I'm pretty late, actually.
You are?
Yeah, it's like 6 minutes after 9.
Yeah.
Typically, it's like...
I meant to talk to you about that.
Yeah?
Why are you late?
Well, I got on a bit of a roll on this show, you know?
Uh-huh.
And so I was kind of like eating all the time. So... But that happens, you know? You kind of like...
Did you get up? 4 o'clock in the morning?
Today, no. Today I got up on time like I always do. But on Monday, you wouldn't believe it. Something happened and I screwed everything up. And I woke up 20 minutes before the show's supposed to start. So that's very, very bad.
Well, why? You can go ahead and get your brain together and...
Well, yeah, I like to try. I try to be as close to 8 a.m. every day as possible.
Uh-huh.
You know, you want to... I'm trying to be consistent.
So the rest of your family are still sleeping?
Not today. Not today. You know, Diana is off at work. You should have heard the story I was talking about her earlier today. Oh boy, you would love to hear what she did to me, but I'll save that for another day. And then
okay.
Kevin is watching TV downstairs, and we're all getting ready for Christmas. And Madison is at school. Hey, I got news for you.
Go ahead.
Madison, and I haven't talked about this on the podcast at all, but I'll just talk about it here. She's been dating this super sweet, nice young man, you know, and this is my youngest, Madison. She's 19.
Yeah. My God, years went by.
I know it. Isn't that crazy? Well, you know, she's finishing up her first semester of college, and she's met a super nice, sweet young man that I like a lot. His name is Elijah.
Okay. Hi, Elijah.
And, well, I started hearing rumors amongst family members that she would like to move in with him. And so, no, I don't know about this, but I hear about it. I'm always last to know. So I find out about it. Now, Jacqueline, my middle child, is screaming at her that this is a terrible idea. And yesterday I brought it up to her, and she doesn't know that I know. So I said, "So, Madison, I need to talk to you about something." And I said, I am aware of what you're thinking is a great idea, and I wanted to give you my opinion on that. Now, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this.
Are you asking me that, or?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I said.
You're asking her.
I did say something. So this is what I said to her. I said, "Well, Madison, let me tell you, being that this young man I barely know. I've only seen him and talked to him 2 or 3 times, and all of those experiences were excellent. I really like him. In fact, in a short time, you know, I feel very good about his demeanor and his approach. And, you know, I've kind of, over the years, I mean, that's something that a father focuses on with a daughter. You you had stepdaughters, so you kind of maybe when they would bring home a boy, you're like sizing them up, you know?
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that.
Well, yeah, you did. I mean, you had stepdaughters.
Yeah, I did, but I did not experience any action or activities, you know.
Well, anyway, so I said to her, I go, well, if you asked, I mean, right now, I would say I do not approve of this in any way, shape, or form. Like right now, if you were going to move in right now together, that would not, I would do everything I could to discourage that, but you're 19 years old. Jacqueline says to me, Dad, if she moves in, you have to tell her that you're not going to pay for school for her anymore. And I said, well, I don't know if that's in my playbook. I don't know if I don't think that's an option. In fact, I know that is not an option. I will not do that. So Jackie is being very protective of her sister. Okay.
So, which is a good thing.
Right. But then I said to Madison, I go, right now, no. I would encourage you to come up with a different plan. And this is a plan for the summer, like the summer months. All right. And then when the school year started next year, she would go back to school. And I said, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Just move back home with us. The relationship is very young, and I think I go, however, I'll keep an open mind. This is what I'll do. Between December, now, until the end of the school year, when you'd like to do this, in my process of getting to know him, if I feel comfortable, I'll let you know. But right now, I'm not comfortable with that at all. And she said to me, now, I think this was some great parenting, if I do say so myself, because she said to me, she goes, okay, I accept that. She said, okay.
Madison said, okay.
Yeah, she said, I appreciate that. And and you're doing a much better job of explaining it to me than Jackie is. Everybody's being mean to me, and I think you did a good job. So what do you think about all that, Dad?
I think you did a good job. I think you did a good job.
There you go. You see? And
I definitely do.
Everybody gives me doo-doo and says, I don't know what I'm talking about. And the problem is solved right there.
Well, yeah, see, that's great. That's great. And I love the fact that she so easily let you know that you did a good job.
She acknowledged it. That's called kicking. That's called kicking the can down the road.
That's right.
All right. Well,
that's great, honey. I appreciate to hear the way you handled it.
Well, good.
A father can't go ahead and force an opinion on I would say, adult child.
Correct. And that's
adult person. I can't even use the word child.
Yeah, and that's, you know what? Honestly, that whole becoming an adult thing has made parenting quite easy, frankly, because I basically can only offer suggestions at this point in the game.
Yeah.
I think that anything heavy-handed at this point, because, people who let's just say it doesn't work out and let's say they go through with it and it doesn't work out and they fail or something bad happens, they learn something,
This is true, but you got to look at both sides of the coin now. By the time they're learning, they could make some mistakes during the learning, and things can really be backfiring. That's the problem that I have trying to, work this out in my own brain.
Well, I think,
of course, I don't want to force. I can't use the word child. She's not a child.
No, she's not.
But I cannot force another person in your family, which is your daughter, for instance, or my daughter, supposedly, to do it when they're on the adult side of the coin. You have to discuss what you did. I think I'm grateful for the fact that you handled it the way you did.
Yeah, that leads me.
I don't know what you said or you did, but lately you're doing things in a very subtle, intelligent way, and I'm grateful for that.
Okay, moving on. I have a similar topic because you talked about, you become an adult. When you're an adult, you're an adult. There's a news story locally, Dad, where a local radio legend, 39-year-old radio legend, had a long-winded story on the radio about how when he was 23 and forced to do silly radio stunts, like the show members would throw food at him or things like that, or he had to eat dog food or snort salt. He said that those things hurt his feelings. Now, at the time, he referred to himself as a little boy when he did it, but he was 23 years old and he was given an opportunity to make his own decisions. How do you feel about a 23-year-old calling himself a little boy?
I think it sucks. I mean, a 23-year-old person, we have some 20-year-old persons that are controlling the health and well-being of their parents. Now, how could a 23-year-old person be considered as a little boy?
I've never heard such a ridiculous thing to categorize oneself, paint oneself to be a child.
No.
When they're 23, it was quite a news story around here as this excuse making.
That isn't even a showmanship type of an idea.
No, it was all excuse making. It was horrible. It was really, really embarrassing on multiple levels to hear it. And
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree 100%.
It was ugly.
I mean, if you did that when I'm living at home with you and you and my son, I'd really let you know how it's going.
So you're suggesting that if I'm 23 years old and I don't like the way I'm being treated, and I said to you, look, Dad, I'm a little boy, you would probably...
I'd kick him in the ass. Little boy, go out there and take care of yourself then. A 23-year-old person is not a little boy.
No, of course not. It's embarrassing to suggest that.
It's unfortunate that you're bringing this up to me because I was like 17, 18 years old. I was controlling myself. I had nobody living with me or advising me. I grew up in this country that I didn't even know anybody but an uncle that didn't really care whether I lived or die. I don't know. So, I mean, unfortunately, I'm connecting that to my own life, okay? A 23-year-old person is pretty damn much, I would say, an adult.
Well, I would say an 18-year-old is an adult, and when they make those adult decisions, that's how they learn from it. This same...
No, I like what your opinions are.
This same wounded soul then proceeded to talk about all of the bad things that have happened in his life that it's suggested have made him a terrible boyfriend. You know, like that whole excuse-making thing. Have you ever encountered somebody who's constantly blaming the world for their problems?
Well, I never really recall having someone that did that, but that guy right there tells me a story. If something is bothering you, if you got a headache, you take an aspirin. If something is bothering you through a friend, I'd get away from a friendship.
All right. Very good. Okay, Dad, moving on. Nick writes, Dad, or Dear Meathead, what would you call a grown man who plays with children's toys?
Oh, boy.
We're talking about a 35-year-old man who plays with, like, dolls and action figures and toys.
Something's the matter with that guy. I think it's pretty silly. It's. I don't really want to consider him as an adult then.
It's a little strange, a little weird.
That's very strange.
It's an odd hobby.
I don't understand what the kick would be to play with a doll as a man. Playing with the doll and thinking that's exciting.
Excellent.
You know, something is strange about that. I think they better check into that and get him some help. in his thinking.
Okay, all right, there you go. Get the guy who plays with dolls some help.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Dolls are for little children.
That is true.
Oh, my God.
All right, Aram writes, hey.
What is the name?
Aram.
Okay.
He's been on before. He's the Armenian guy. Aram writes,
Wait a minute, he's an Armenian guy?
Correct. He's actually like me. He's half Armenian and half Indian.
Yeah, that's all right. Half is better than none.
You are a full Armenian, so you are perfect. We all know that. Aram writes, there's a guy at the gym who's weak and struggling, and when anybody gives him advice, he tells them to mind his own business because he went to college and knows how to exercise. He's a decent guy, but is there anything that can be said for him to take advice, or is his program bound for hell and damnation? Signed, Aram.
Well, he's not headed for hell and damnation. That is his opinion. If it doesn't affect you or your personality, you should let him do what he wants to do.
Yes.
If it's not hurting you.
Yes. I agree.
God, why can't we leave each other alone?
That's what I say. That's exactly what I say. Leave.
Anything that is good for him is not necessarily good for me, or anything that's good for me is not good for him. He's got a personality. He's got a upbringing the way it was, or whatever it took him to become what he is. Let him be. Unless he's got a gun, he's going to shoot people up if you stop him.
Yeah, you don't want him doing that, but if he's just doing an exercise program wrong, let him figure it out.
That's his thing.
Yes, that's what I say, too.
Why shouldn't we leave each other alone
I don't
in
know.
our thoughts?
I think Aram is...
In their thoughts, I should say.
Aram is kind of a busybody, one of those types, but that's just my...
Man, check your own backyard, see how dirty it is.
There you go, Aram. Go clean up your backyard. You heard that right there. Garrett writes, Meathead, I know a guy who's a terrible homeowner. The house looks like it's falling apart. He refuses help because he says he can do it himself. Should they just burn the house down when he finally moves out?
We take love for our own thoughts. We love to see what you do, how you do it. We can ridicule it. We can build it up for you. We can compliment you. We're getting too involved in other people's lives.
Yes. That's what I say.
Not only, unless you live next to a dump because of this guy's ownership.
Yeah, I think it is.
Then there's something you can do. And the only thing that I think it's nice to do to begin with, hey, don't worry about taking a shot at, hey, listen, Johnny, this really doesn't look right. Do you think you can change your personality of taking care of your home? I mean, that's being bold doing that, because the guy said, mind your own damn business.
Right. Okay.
So leave him alone.
Yeah. Better to just leave that jerk alone.
Keep your own yard clean.
Yes. It seems like in the audience today, there's a lot of people that are trying to not mind their own business.
Right. Trying to correct other people's lives.
All right. Moving on. This one is quite sensitive, Dad. But Brian writes this. Dear Meathead, sometimes when my wife wants to be silly, believe it or not, she bends over, like when she's getting ready to go into the shower, and shows me her actual butthole.
Oh, my goodness.
He says...
That's interesting.
He says, it shocks me, and I don't know how to handle it. Any advice for me on what I should do? Should I show her my butthole back? Thanks, Derek from Granville, Michigan.
This is Derek?
Actually, it's Brian. I don't know why I said Derek.
Brian, well, I don't know what causes a person to do that.
Yeah.
But just ignore the hell out of it. A butthole is a butthole. It don't make any difference one from the other. If she's doing that, walk out.
Yeah, so don't, I mean...
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
If she's getting a kick out of it, okay, I don't understand what that is. I mean, that's a habit that I never heard of anybody having.
No, it's horrible. You know, I can't imagine.
It's nasty. I mean, what the hell?
It is nasty. And then he also writes that she's laughing the whole time. She thinks it's funny.
The more you ignore it, the better off you are, because eventually she's going to get tired.
Yes, and then...
But if you're ignoring and you're not making an issue out of it...
Right, yeah. Yeah.
That means she has no audience.
Exactly. So I wrote down a note here, just so everybody's keeping... In case anybody's keeping score at home, quote, a butthole is a butthole.
No different than mine and yours and anybody else's. Mary, John, Joe...
All right, this next question is serious. A sweet soul named Nathan writes, Dear Meathead.
Hi, Nathan.
He writes, I lost my father when I was young. There was a lot I wish I could have said to him, but it all happened so fast. Is there anything that you wish you could have said to your mom and dad before they went on to heaven?
Well, it's really difficult for me to go back and try and decipher this, because I had a weird upbringing. My dad died when I was a young kid, and unfortunately his death was the most tragic thing that it was. And I grew without a father.
Yeah.
The thing of it is, that today's fathers, I'm not going to categorize this by saying all fathers are like this, but some of them are not involved in their sons' lives.
Right. Yeah. A lot of them are divorced.
A lot of that. They go to work, bring the bread and butter home. They think that's good enough.
Yeah.
They don't take time.
Gone every weekend.
Tell them the rights and the wrongs. But then again, as a father, you can't be pushing all the time that you are right. You see something about your son that is not meeting your categories.
Yeah.
You have to find a way to describe things to him differently, other than, hey, listen, when I was your age, no, that sucks.
Would you possibly say to your father, Dad, why was it such a big deal that I was playing with the headlights on the car? Remember you told me that story?
No,
that
I couldn't have done that.
Didn't he go bonkers because you were playing with that?
I almost killed my son, my brother.
This guy, he was a little bit of a hothead, wasn't he?
He was not just a hothead. He was I don't know this, but I believe he was some sort of a military guy.
Okay, and Mom never really,
He always dressed like it.
Correct. Now, you were the age that this...
I was my God, 9 years old,
okay,
8 years old.
9 years old, no memory. And when that...
I have no memories, but I do know one thing. We live right next to a river that had a bridge crossing it, and the police department was across the street from my house.
Yes, I remember you discussing that with us, and I also remember...
My father picked my brother up in the air with his arms. He was going to throw him in that river.
What?
I mean, this was a heavy-duty river. It was time of the year that the mountains released their snow melt.
Right, yeah.
I mean, ton of money coming down.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how this policeman, which is living across the street from me, he's an armed guard, by the way.
Right.
He left his rifle there and ran toward that bridge, which is about 20 feet away from him.
Right.
Grabbed my brother out of his hands. And now my dad was I remember him, was a pretty big guy.
Okay. So essentially,
the guy would not retaliate.
What?
And he saved his life. He would have thrown him in the river.
So what you're telling me is, Grandpa was so tightly wound, he was going to kill Uncle Garo.
Yes.
What?
He was going to throw him in the river.
And that's, it's remarkable because this is a perfect example of why you don't do crazy stuff in front of your kids, because you're going to be, because you're 87 right now and you can still picture this.
God.
It's traumatic.
I never forget that.
This is why you don't do crazy stuff in front of your kids, because you go down in history, you go down in flames as a lunatic. Years later,
Absolutely.
Oh my God!
Can you believe?
No.
I know. Unfortunately, my brother died before his time,
right?
As well, but he would not live to be the years that he lived long enough to die.
Yeah. Now in Iran, it was a different time. This is in probably the 1940s when this happened.
Yes.
Because you were born in what, 34?
1934.
Okay. So we're probably talking about 1940 or something like that when this happened, ballpark. I wonder what, and that's a law enforcement representative who had to stop Grandpa from killing Uncle Garo. What does he do?
Nobody even checked with us. I had to arrest you for doing that.
Are you telling me
they don't care?
There's no follow-up or anything? They don't file? Well, what do the cops even do there?
Nothing. He just took him out of his arms and put him down. And, of course, he was scared out of his wits.
Yeah.
All because we didn't get the bologna to my father on time out of his car.
Yeah, that was the same incident with the windshield wipers and the headlights. You guys, he told you to go out into the car, get the bologna out of the glove box. You
started screwing around with the headlights, with the horn.
Right. You got distracted.
Like that,
You get distracted playing with the gadgets on the car. He comes out and goes cuckoo bananas because
and he was late for his what did I say, drink? Something
maybe.
What did I go for?
That's
bologna. All because of bologna.
All because of the bologna. Oh my God, that is an incredible story.
Can you believe all these years went by and I have not forgotten the story?
Well, that's why that's trauma. That's when a person has something horrible happen, like witness that, or get paintballs shot at you repeatedly while you run down a road. That's trauma. That's horrible.
Yes. But of course, for some reason or other, we got over it.
Yeah, and you picked up the pieces. You didn't whine. You didn't cry. We didn't
even remember the next day. Hey, I was so little that I had to hide under my mom's skirt because he was looking for me.
Oh,
after he took care of him.
Thank God Grandma was a tough cookie, Oh,
she was a loving woman.
Yeah.
She really was.
Oh, I can't imagine him coming in the house and explaining to Grandma, we got one less child. I just threw one in the river. God. Can you imagine the reaction when he said that? I wonder.
My God, I cannot believe that.
Did the cop fill Grandma in on the details, or did he just did no?
No, nobody found anything about it except I was scared out of my wits.
What a scene growing up.
I ran in the yard. I was sitting in the yard at a big table playing cards. And my mom was there, and she knew I was scared for some reason or other because she knew her husband. She stuffed me under her skirt.
Oh, man.
Her apron.
Yeah. If you'd have been under her skirt, that would have been...
I would have been busy.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, that would have been weird. You'd have been like, what's that?
That's my other kid. Just lived there for all his life.
What is that thing? That looks. That's weird. That's a weird thing there. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, Dad. You are the absolute best. I'm going to close with this one. Dean writes, should we send the school shooter and his parents to the island? Please embellish.
Anyone that takes a life or destroys someone, another life, got to go to the island.
You're darn right. And those, oh man, I haven't talked to you. Last time I talked to you, I don't think we got into the parents, but the parents, you've been following how much of a disaster those two are, right?
Oh yeah. I would just say something as a child. This is my thought that follows me throughout my life. That I wish, as a child, I had powers and somewhat money or I don't know how, that I would build or own an island that's surrounded totally with the water.
Really?
And I would hire about 8 to 10 guards to go around that island.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes in machines. Make sure nobody's getting out.
Okay.
And I will send all the heavy-duty criminals out there with whatever they got on them, nothing extra, and occasionally we'll airdrop a bunch of food.
Yes. Yes.
Women and men all together, let them kill each other, do all of that. As long as they kill somebody else in their real life here, took a life, they go there.
Fair enough. I'm glad. You know, Dad, that is a fresh take. I have never heard that before.
I'm telling you. And now listen, look at what we do here. We build a brand new prison with new walls, new paint job, new everything. And put them in there.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Them 3 squares a day.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Send them to the doctors if they're sick.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of prison is that?
Put them on the island. Put them on the island.
Put them on the island. And make damn sure they don't get away.
All right, Dad and Joanne, I love you both very much. Hopefully we...
Love you too. I have a comment to make.
Please do.
I just hope that people that are possibly listening to this broadcast here don't take it to them on their own accords that, hey, there's something the matter with me, and they're trying to do away with me. You know? What? They hate my guts for talking the way I do.
No. I don't think you have anything to worry about. You are probably one of the most beloved people in their lives. They have, oh boy.
Thank you.
No. They love you so much. Okay.
Well, I care for them, so I have no malice, no nothing in my mind or in my heart. And they're our audience.
Well,
good people.
I've said this before. There is it's an art form when a person can actually express themselves and just say what's on their mind. It needs to be, that whole thing needs to be not stifled in any way. It needs to always be true.
I don't mean any malice, but these are the things that are happening in my life. So
Correct. And if anybody has a problem with it, that's their own problem.
Yes.
You and I cannot control, or I guess the old saying is, what people think about us is none of our business.
Well, this is true.
You know?
I'm hoping that I'll never have to see them or face them in real life.
I would love to face anybody who disagrees with me, but typically
disagreement, yes, but the strange way of disagreement is something I don't want to get involved in. You know,
typically people who disagree with me, Dad, you know what they do? This is hilarious. They go on websites and they anonymously, with no repercussions, rhyme or reason as to who they are, no way to find out who they are. And then they say horrible things about me and my family. And I see that every day of the week.
Wow.
Yeah. And none of those people would ever approach me or say it to my face or even send me an email for fear that I would find them out. It's hilarious, actually.
That's good. As long as they deal with look at the stuff that I deal with, by telling you the things that I do. That's not an acceptable thing to say openly, but it's reality, so we say it.
Are you saying people that you've gotten blowback and people are picketing your house?
No. Yeah, no, not picketing or nothing, but trying to throw a rock at me or something.
Oh, I don't believe it. Do you remember? Do you remember this summer?
And it's never gone that far.
They sent us a Christmas card.
Send me a Christmas card.
Hey, here, anybody who, occasionally I'll get people who listen to the show, but they might not like me, but still listen. But you are beloved. You have no issues. I can promise you.
I got nothing but love for me in my heart for all of the people.
And I do too.
Make comments on.
Sometimes my views and takes on the world get misconstrued, but it's always done to either get a reaction or a laugh or engage someone. Even if I even have to engage someone in a way that makes them frustrated with me or angry, that's still okay. That's my job. My job is supposed to stir them, either happy, sad, glad. It doesn't matter. As long as there's some emotion that can come out of them, then I've been successful.
Well, by all means, I really would not object to anyone expressing an opinion that, hey, what I said or I did was wrong. Well, that's their opinion, and I'm not going to argue the point with them. I said, well, that's your opinion. That's the goal,
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. That's it. I love you so much.
I love you so much myself and your beautiful, beautiful family, and give them my love. And that one daughter that's taking on
Madison, correct.
No, Maddie, taking on a new baggage. I don't know. I think she should stay home for a while.
Dad, as of right now, I agree with you, and I gotta write this down so the next time I see her, I can say, "Hey, Madison, are you taking on some new baggage?"
Wait, that she is. Now she's got to cater to somebody else.
Yep.
Instead of catering to her parents.
Okay, Joanne, you have a great one. I love you too.
I love you too, Eric.
And hug your wife for us.
Well, one final note. When the discussion about the lady showing her butthole, that was Diana.
Did it what?
When I was telling you about the lady showing, that was Diana who did that.
Oh my God. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I thought I heard that before.
Oh yeah,
now that you bring that up.
Yeah, I'll be minding my own business, whatever, making dinner. I turn around and there's a butthole there.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, Joanne, maybe you ought to give it a try.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. I didn't want to think about it. Okay.
Okay, guys.
All right, love you guys.
I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. I'm telling you, I don't know how these keep getting better. You would think that, you'd fall into a rut and it'd be the same thing over and over again, but Steve, some of the people who got here late. This is why you got to get here early on this show, because then you miss out. Early in the show, I outed Diana for actually, hey, Eric, I turned around and she is bent over, okay, and her hands are on her butt cheeks, and she is applying pressure to open her butt cheeks wide to expose her butthole. Oh my God. And then she just laughed and cackled when I went, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Joanne ought to give that a try. Oh, what a visual. Stevie says, oh no, why? I think she just wanted to see the reaction of me and make me laugh. Why does it keep saying bring back Kenny? Kenny is in the green zone right now. There is nothing weird going on with Kenny. Kenny has not been banned. Kenny has participated in the show recently, I'm pretty sure. So I'm a little bit confused by that. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe somebody can shed some light on that. No guarantee I'll see it on the comments. I don't necessarily sit and read all these all show. make Kenny participate more. You see, I see what you're doing there, Mitch. You want Kenny to get in trouble, which he will, and then you want me to scream at him. I don't know. You can't force that. You can't just tell him to go and get me mad. Kenny, you're doing great. You're beloved by me. I don't care what anybody says about you. Okay? I don't want to scream at anybody. I'm in too good of a mood to scream at anyone. My God, all those references during Dear Meathead that were just like, oh, I was just fucking cringing but laughing. I was a little boy when you threw food at me. That was actually said on the radio. I was a little boy and you threw food at me. Oh my God, how embarrassing. No, that didn't happen. And then Greg and Chris are just like, yeah. Let's help you get into a safe space. It's okay, let it out. We were wrong. We're bad. Get it out. We were so bad to you. And we were so hurtful. I'm so sorry that we did that to you. We really hurt you. But it's okay now. Coming up Saturday, Brie Beer at Hot Wings. Oh, bad. We're going to go back in time to when Joe was shot with paintballs. And then, oh, man, we're going to bust out when Joe went ahead and Zane's dog ate food out of his mouth. Oh, man, that was a hell of a... We're so sorry that we hurt you. I was a little boy. I'm so hurt. This is why I treat all women like shit. It's because you threw food at me when I was a little boy. So all these hot chicks get treated like shit for the rest of my life. I'm 39 years old. And I'm a farmer. I grew up here. I live here. I'm a carpenter, not a farmer. And you threw food at me. And now, any nice girl I meet, I fucking torment them. And they're all super hot. But I still get really comfortable with them. And then I treat them like shit. And then for some reason, they break up with me. And then I cry on the air radio. And I'm a little boy. Happened. Real life scenario happened. Trauma! Fucking idiot. Our Lord and Savior, Joseph Christ, can do no wrong. All right. I want to keep doing that. That's going to make another appearance. I am sometimes accused of beating things into the ground. And I agree. So, for once, I'm going to stop the voice, stop the bit. I'm sure it may show up again at some point. I don't know. I mean, I used to say, stop doing it so it's still funny next time. God bless Joe Martinez, A&E Heating and Cooling. You guys are the absolute best. If your furnace breaks down, and imagine 3 a.m. and it's Saturday. You're like, what the fuck? It's freezing. My wife hates me. Well, first of all, that's because you didn't get it tuned up at the start of the year, and you didn't listen to me. Do that. But if you don't, and when it does break down, you can call Joe. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's an after-hours service call. Now, he is going to brutalize your butthole like Kate's husband, Paul, is going to do to mine because you woke him up. But he's going to get your heat back on. So there's that. 616-516-8579. A&E, heating and cooling. Hang on. Having a bit of a nose issue. Go figure. Dumpster divers. This is the time of the year when not nearly as many dumpsters are in driveways for people decluttering. Maybe they're working on a construction project in the house or something like that because it's cold. They just don't move as many dumpsters. But if you fall into that category and you want to get one, they can get you to one when there's 2 feet of snow there. 616-375-9962. Call or text 616-375-9962. Dumpster divers. Easiest thing in the world to remember. Okay, if you've just heard me say it, you just know that that's who you call. Easy for you to find. DumpsterDiversLLC.com. If there's demolition going on, let's say you work for a construction company or you're going to do your own demolition in the home, they can help you. They can say, hey, I'm redoing this whole room. I want all of the carpeting ripped out. I want all of the molding off. I want all the drywall out. Do it for me, please. They're going to give you an estimate as to what that is. It's very affordable. That'll save you time. And then you can get at the job in the way you want to. Or if you got a bunch of junk removal, they do that too. They also do this. They get a phone call. Yeah, so-and-so just died. Everything in that house is garbage. They actually have gone into hoarders' homes and had to just throw everything away. To me, that would be oddly satisfying to just throw all this sick fuck hoarders shit in the garbage. You know, box, dead cat, box, Dumpster Divers, LLC, 616-375-9962. The Joel Osteen Caper. This is my favorite thing going on right now. Hold on a second. On TikTok, Nick and Soph. NICKANDSOPH. This dude lives in the Houston area. I talked yesterday on the show about how much of a piece of shit Joel Osteen is. This was the guy when Houston was flooded, and he's got that mega church with like 15,000 seats in it, and people are dying just looking for a place to get in shelter. He's like, we're not letting those fucking slime balls in here. The latest being the a few years ago, $600,000 in cash and checks went missing. They called the police and said, we don't know what's going on. Somebody stole it from the safe here at whatever church this is fucking called again. I forget what it is. Joel Osteen's church. You guy's a fucking grifter. And he, they called the insurance company and I guess get the money back, right? Isn't that how it works? Well, a plumber was replacing the toilet at the place, at the church. And then a hole in the wall revealed all of the cash, all of the checks. I wonder at Lakewood Church, that's what it's known at. That's where the money, that's where the money was found. I wonder if that was an inside job. I wonder if Joel himself put it all into the fucking envelopes and stuffed it in the wall himself, doubling his money. This is the piece of shit who talks about prosperity gospel. Osteen's sermons and writings are often criticized for promoting prosperity theology or prosperity gospel, a belief that the reward of material gain is the will of God for all pious Christians. So the argument could be made, I'm a pious Christian, so these great things that I have here are because I'm so pious. Okay, well, how do you feel about the Haitian mother who loves Jesus and takes her kids to church every single day, living in poverty? Can you maybe, I don't know, I mean, are you adjusting for inflation on the piousness? What the fuck? I mean, he has said this. That's a thing. So you see the guy in front of a fucking jet going, yes, yes. This guy has a net worth of over $50 million. The church takes in $43 million a year in collections. Stand by. So in my world, in my opinion, when you collect all that money, you make a bigger and bigger church. Oh, the church is bigger. It's helping so many people because we're so big. Most churches give collections away. Okay. Most churches in the world, if they're worth anything, give you, every year at the end of the year, what they give it away to. This percentage goes for keeping the lights on, maintenance, paying for the administrative staff. That. Any repairs to the structure that comes out of that. That's how that money. And then huge swaths of the money that comes into the religious establishment goes towards whatever, single moms or local charities, things. That's how it works. Not this church. And it's very simple, I would guess, to take a big cut right off the top because, hey, I'm preaching the word of God. And that's what this fucking asshole does. In 2020, Osteen accepted $4.4 million in federal PPP loans. Oh, my God. The boldness of, hey, I don't have a worry in the world about how this looks. This is appropriate. How do you, as a member of that church that collects $43 million of your dollars in collections, how do you, as a member of that church, how do alarms not go off in your head that, hey, I don't know if this is on there, but that might be kind of weird. And yet, there they are. Is no one asking any questions about this guy? I'm going somewhere with this. I've got a great TikTok video for you that I was getting at earlier, but I wanted to paint more of the piece of shit picture that Osteen is. More about prosperity theology or the prosperity gospel. On October 14th, 2007, 60 Minutes ran a 12-minute segment on Osteen titled Joel Osteen Answers His Critics, during which Reform theologian Michael Horton told CBS News correspondent Byron Pitts that Osteen's message is heresy. Didn't they burn witches for that at the time? Horton stated that the problem with Osteen's message is that it makes religion about us instead of about God. Huh. Sounds like a radio guy I know. Osteen is estimated, as I said, to have a net worth of $50 million. This dude, Nick something or other on Twitter, or on TikTok, he saw him the other day. He walked up to him. He wanted to shoot a video with Joel Osteen. Check this out.
You with Joel Osteen? Hey, man, you know you're a piece of shit, right? You know, right? Right? Come on, yeah, you know.
This is the other day.
You know, right? Yeah.
Oh, holy shit. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up.
You with Joel Osteen? Hey, man, you know you're a piece of shit, right? You know, right? Right? Come on, yeah, you know. You know, right? Yeah. Yeah. Take care, folks. He knows. You with Joel Osteen? Hey, man, you know you're a piece of shit, right? You know, right? Right? Come on, yeah, you know. You know, right? Yeah. Yeah, you know. Take care, folks.
And it gets serious here.
He knows.
Okay. Legendary performance. And I have an update. Fantastic 6.3 million views. Follow up. After that went crazy, this happened.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for all the support on the video. I did not expect it to blow up this much. And with all that attention, I got fired this morning. So if anyone wants to buy me that beer, now would be a great time.
Wow. Fired. I don't know anything more about that. But holy shit. I wonder what he did. Now, I've heard that Osteen has a significant influence in that town, obviously Houston. But wow, holy shit, the guy's out. This has to turn for him, because with so many, if you were to look at the comments of the damn thing, so many people are just loving this guy. Still playing, sorry. I would guess that he will be able to land on his feet, I mean, my God. Stevie's right. She says a GoFundMe for that dude. Shit, yes. Yeah, if we're going to go ahead and drop millions on guy who picked up chick's wallet and gave it back to her, yes, this guy needs $1 million right now. Let's pool. America can pool their resources and just give him $1 million, And not only that, he'll get a new job and probably move up in the world. Spectacular. You know what? If I'm him, I'm like, yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it, and I'm glad to have done it. That was so awesome. I will link it up so you can see it, because if you're watching on Twitch, that was you were able to enjoy it and see the facial expressions. That's key, because Osteen, when he just walks away with that, oh no, fuck, he's smiling, but he's like, I give Osteen credit. He gets that all the damn time. He got out of there quick. But I'll link it up in the show notes, and you can watch it. I mean, if you're listening to the audio podcast. Okay. Kyle Rittenhouse. All right. Now, I've been very upfront with you about Kyle Rittenhouse. I think he's incredibly stupid. I think he's a fucking idiot patriot. All right. And however, now I didn't watch the trial. I have not heard the evidence, and I don't need to. I agree with what the jury said. Okay. And I based what I mean by that is, if facts are presented to what at that point was 18 people, and 12 of them have to decide unanimously that he's not guilty, and they do on all of the charges, that is undeniable and not disputable in any way, shape, or form. So is he guilty of being a dum-dum? Sure. That's the end of it. There is nothing more to say about it. The jury said he was in his legal right to shoot those people fucking dead in the street. Quite literally, awful but lawful. Now, let's talk further about this. He was on a podcast yesterday, part of the Blaze Network, which I see Boomer Bob is here. He probably watches that shit all the time. It took me 2 seconds to hate the show that he was on. But he was on this show of these fucking brainwashed assholes like Boomer Bob and John Jizzmingo. And listen to this moment when they talk about LeBron James. And frankly, what Rittenhouse says here, I agree with that. I love that Rittenhouse said this. But I've got a comment about the show and about what Rittenhouse is doing right now, because Rittenhouse's lawyer told him to lay low.
Thing about lemons, I'll eat lemon straight up. It's really good.
Well, LeBron said you're eating lemon drops, and then he got he got the flu.
Obviously, lemons don't make Kyle cry. He just eats them.
I eat them straight up.
I threw away my
Brawny.
Lakers shirt. Just so everyone knows.
I mean, I'm kind of disappointed you had one in the first place.
I'm from LA. I'm trying to get rings.
I was a Lakers fan too before he said that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was really pissed off when he said that because I like LeBron, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, LeBron.
Seriously.
Amen.
You know, you have to give the man credit.
Listen to this chick's joke, okay? She has to tag Rittenhouse's moment. Rittenhouse, I mean, I don't have a problem with him saying that about LeBron, but listen to this dumb bitch follow up with this.
No, you have to give the man credit. It took all 4 of his brain cells to even construct that tweet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he had to modify China first.
That's true, and then they promptly died. Yeah.
So he had Chinese slave children write it.
Exactly. For every word, they killed a Uyghur. It's very sad.
Why does she talk that way? She's a weird idiot, and that show is so fucking stupid. So dumb. Yeah, I don't even know anything about the show. This whole thing has gone shitty because the first time I played it, there was visual but no audio. And then the second time I played it, there was audio but no visual. All I need now is Andrea to complain about it. This is my take on Kyle Rittenhouse because his lawyer said, hey, Kyle, it's probably a good idea post-trial to lay low. Mark Richards said that, and to start his life over. To his credit, Rittenhouse is, in fact, leaning into all of this. If you're an 18-year-old and you've just killed 2 fucking crazy rioters and shot another one, and you were exonerated for it, cleared of all charges, you don't lay low. You go make bank. The only way to do that is to sidle up with Donald Trump. That's what you do. No, you don't go away. You earn a quick $1 million like this guy who said that about Joel Osteen is going to earn. You go right to the head of the dragon. President Trump. He visited former President Trump. Brilliant. This kid, remember I said he was dumb and stupid and an asshole? He might be an asshole. I take everything I said back about him. Not stupid. This was a plan. This is what you do. Kyle Rittenhouse is the premier person. Okay, let me back this up because I can't even fucking think. He has the mind of the world's best lawyer because he knows the law. He went to the battleground with his gun, this is all a plan, waited for those fucks to rush him, shot him dead, well within his right, sit through the trial, get through that, cry on the stand, innocent of everything, then, all right, media tour. 1,000,000% brilliant, effective. He's going to be wealthy beyond his wildest dreams. He goes with Donald Trump, who called him a nice young man. I don't know. I've never met Kyle Rittenhouse. He might be. This is what you do. You then bash Joe Biden. He did that. And then you go on Tucker Carlson's show, which he did. And he talked smack about a celebrity athlete to another conservative outlet. That would be, I guess, what we just heard. Ted Nugent offered to buy him a lifetime supply of ammunition. I mean, he could literally call up Ted Nugent and say, could you maybe do a fundraiser for me? Or if Kyle Rittenhouse could right now go on to Parler and say, hey, I need $10 million. Can you give me that? And he is, Kyle Rittenhouse to the right is their Lord and Savior. He's Joe Gassman to the Free Beer and Hot Wings show audience. Actually, Rittenhouse is actually a little bit more manly at 18 years old. So, I don't know. It's just me. How about that? John says, how does Eric get everything so wrong all the time? What are you talking about? You should join me right now. I just said everything that you believe in. I'm going to invite you on the show right now. I can't do it. What are you talking about? That is insane. Do I have your number, Jizzmingo? I just said. Didn't you even listen? Do you even listen at all? My God. What could I have said, John Jizzmingo? That would be, you know what? Email me your phone number. If you can get to the library, get out of your mom's basement where you do your podcast, go to the library, all right, you dumb fuckhead, and send me your phone number. If I can get your phone number in the next handful of minutes, I will put you on and explain to you what the fuck is going on. I will do that. I will explain that to you because obviously what I'm saying is way over your thick cheesesteak eating fucking ass, over your head. I'm waiting. You reach out to me, Jizzmingo, and I will put you on the show ASAP. Why do I not have your number already? And then you can take this audio and put it on your stupid podcast, and it'll be awesome. This is a perfect opportunity for you to say whatever the hell you want. I agree with Patriot Nick. Quote, he traveled across state lines is still an argument the media was trying to push right up until the verdict was read. Yeah, I don't believe any of that shit. I'm confused. I'm confused at what's going on here. That's what I'll tell you. I can't tell if John is with me or not. But he says, how does Eric get everything so wrong all the time? I know for a fact that Jizzmingo is pro-Rittenhouse. Everything I've said is pro-Rittenhouse. He had a right to kill those sick fucks. He was exonerated. Okay. And then Rittenhouse now is doing the right thing, I feel, and capitalizing on this. There is nothing wrong with this. This is the most acceptable killing of people in the history of killing people. He is being rewarded greatly for killing those people. How is that? That's not even an argument at this point. It can't be. I'm not doing it. It's not my opinion. He's doing it right now, you dumb fuck. Patriot Nick said you took his gun and you said he took his gun and waited, which is clearly not at all what he did. Oh, well, look. Some of what I say may be hyperbole and steeped in comedy. To me, it's funny to think that Kyle Rittenhouse is sitting there saying, oh, my God, it's a riot. Let's go there and walk around. You see, he's brilliant. This is a brilliant soul. This is a brilliant person. He knew exactly what he was doing. I take back that he was stupid. It was all planned ahead of time. It was premeditated. He knew that he was going to shoot people, and he also knew that he was going to be visiting President Trump shortly thereafter. Let's get this stupid East Coast piece of shit on here and see if he can hold his own here in the Lion's Den. What? Are you kidding me? You just sent it to me. I'm going to be so pissed if you don't pick this up.
Please leave your message for Frank Curry.
Did you send me a wrong number, you sick fuck? Is this a practical joke that you've just played on me? All right. If that's you, then you have my number. And I don't know if it's you, you asshole. Call me back. Holy shit. I said nothing that is a lie. This is what happened. Riot over the shooting of that dude in Kenosha. I forget his name. It was somebody, you fucking idiot. It was a prank you played on me, you sick fucking asshole. Rittenhouse is sitting there. He sees the riot. He goes, Mom, I'm going to go make $1 million. All right? I don't know what number you sent me. How am I supposed to know what number you sent me? He shows up, waits for one of these crazy fucks to charge him. Self-defense. He's got to be one of the greatest law minds in the history of the universe. He knew that this would happen. Shoot him dead. Shoot another one dead. Shoot a third one. Go home. Face trial. Win convincingly. Millions of dollars. John, I am not going to fall for that. He says, my fault. I sent you the right one now. I'm not going to play that game, John. All right, I will. No, you sent me the same one. You're an asshole. This is going to be wrong, too. Some fucking idiot on the East Coast is getting phone calls.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I sent you... In South Jersey, we have so many people here, we need 2 area codes.
I know. I used to live there. I know. You didn't send me 609, you fucking dumbass.
I know. Hey, listen. I understand what... The thing is, you make it sound like this kid's some evil genius. He was just a dopey kid that was trying to stop rioting, and a bunch of people attacked him because he's a dopey kid.
I agree.
And he shot 3 of them.
I agree. And you're right. I agree with you. We agree. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's also nothing wrong. He did everything legal. We agree. The only thing that is one step further is he's so brilliant. It was all planned, and he's the reason why he's such a winner, in my opinion, is because he's not listening to his lawyers.
Well, the reason I think he's such a winner is because the media had to make him such a villain, and they won't stop because they don't know how to stop.
That's a plan. He knows that, and that's all good for business.
Well, it's not good for the media business because he's going to sue the dog shit out of
Exactly. I mean, and he should. Do you realize he is going to be richer than Elon Musk in like 2 years?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, the kid, he spent like 90 days in jail, 89 days in jail.
Who cares?
And he's going to get $1 million for every day.
I love him so much. He is the greatest evil mastermind millionaire genius I have ever heard, ever. This was all part of the master plan.
Did you see, I guess you saw him on Blaze TV, the You Are Here show?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to play that I kept screwing up.
The way he just went after the lawyers and went after LeBron James and the president. I mean, it's amazing. And the thing about it was that was a perfect podcast for him because they were friends. It was like he was sitting around with a bunch of guys.
He's sitting around with a bunch of other brainwashed morons.
Okay. Why are they brainwashed morons?
Well, did you listen? Well, obviously, you are too. Hey, brainwashed morons still have green money.
Okay, but so my point is, if somebody comes out and burns down your town, right, because a criminal was shot 9 times trying to leave the scene of a crime in a car with children.
Yes.
All right, so they decide to burn down the town. Now they're coming out for round 2.
Yeah.
And this kid says, you know what? Enough.
Yes.
The police won't stop this.
Right.
Somebody's got to stop
That's
this.
That's what I say publicly while I see dollar signs. Correct. And then I shoot everybody.
I'm telling you right now, even if he could go back right now, I don't think he would go to that thing again. I just think he never thought he was going to have to use that gun.
Let me tell you something right now.
He had it.
I just purchased another high-powered rifle, okay? I have several. But this one in particular is special, and here's why. It's painted red, white, and blue. And
God bless America.
And the magazine is shaped like Donald Trump's cock. Okay?
So it's tiny?
No, it's big. And what I do when the next riot breaks out, I'm going to suck the magazine off, and then I'm going to go to the riot and just walk around. And when these rioters come after me, I'm going to shoot them all dead while announcing that I'm a liberty-loving, unvaxxed patriot, and then I'm going to be a millionaire for the rest of my life.
Well, see, this is where you get everything wrong. You make it sound like, hey, listen, I'm going to go down there, shoot a few people in self-defense.
Correct.
And make all this money. He had no idea what was going to happen there.
Well, we don't know that. We don't have a crystal ball. We can't look into his mind. We don't know.
He did everything right.
I know he did.
Get away at every chance. He tried to get away. And the only time he shot somebody is when he had an imminent threat against his life.
Yep. That's what I'm going to act like I'm doing, too, when I shoot these people.
I'll tell you what, thank God for all these camera phones, because we had a view at every different angle of this whole incident.
They all got the heavy lifting done for him by showing the truth of what happened. Now, that was all calculated and measured by him, and I applaud the go get 'em attitude by him.
Okay. All right. Listen, you know what they say? Never argue with an idiot, because what they'll do is they'll drag you down to their level and beat you with their experience.
Look, I'm on your side, and you know it.
Hey, listen. I'm going to give you an official invite to come on the Boomer Bunker on a Wednesday night.
I'm in.
If you're not doing something.
I'm in.
Bob and I would love to have you on and kick around some topics.
I am in, and let's do it regularly. I am all about being on the Boomer Bunker podcast, which can be found where again, John?
We Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and then Monday mornings we go up against you at 9 o'clock in the morning. We do it Mondays and Wednesdays. We're not as dedicated to the craft as you are.
You've got a full-time job.
Yes, I do.
That's even harder.
We brought Rubbeneckers back. We do that Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. It's also a podcast. It's a free-for-all. If you just want to hear four guys go in and kick it around about stupid topics and bust each other's balls, then it's the podcast.
All right. So we just heard it. That's the invite. So there you go. And I just got notification. Boomer Bob is in the chat, and he said, "Hey John, he's revealing some key info." He said, "I just got a Blaze notification. Kyle Rittenhouse is live on Blaze now, so you guys can go jack off together while you watch that."
Thank God, because I haven't jacked off in about 5 minutes. All right, listen, I got to go. I got to get the oil.
Yeah, see you around. Bye. There you go. That is John Jizzmingo, legendary. Down it, fat. It's Ben and Eric Thursday this week. Sexy voice Andrea. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. Something for you to complain about later. All right. If any of you, I'm trying to train you as an audience, if any of you don't recognize the comedic genius of what I just pulled off, then you're the worst human beings that have ever walked the earth. Jason Schaefer says, "Eric, when you carry your pistol, do you plan on shooting anyone?" I would only plan on shooting anyone if my life or someone else's life was in jeopardy and seen by my eyes. That is the correct answer. So when I go to the next riot downtown with my rifle, red, white, and blue, magazine, Trump's dick, I'm just going to walk around. And when those crazy fucks come up to me, I'm going to shoot the fuck out of them. I'm on your team. I am on your team. I'm just taking it a step further that he is a brilliant mastermind. There is nothing wrong with walking around in your community carrying a red, white, and blue rifle with the magazine shaped like Trump's dick. Okay? Mine is actually, when I move my hand up and down the magazine, it jizzes straight down into the ground. And then I eat it and shoot more people that are trying to attack me. That's what's happening. So, fingers crossed, the podcast will have a quick infusion of cash when I go downtown and shoot everybody in the next riot. After I shoot them, I'm going to go away for a little bit and await trial. I'm going to win. When I'm exonerated, I'm going to take all my money from all the various right-wing crazy people and increase the reach of the podcast. Billboards, new studio. Ben will be here playing drops. I'll do whatever I want. This is how you get up in the world. This is how you get a leg up. You go and you shoot people in the face. Okay. Great point. This is how Eric is planning on paying for Jackie's wedding. If I can shoot these people in the next couple of days, like if there is another incident where the cops shoot someone in the face for jaywalking, that is good news. At this point, there will be the riot, and then I can go downtown and shoot all those people. And then I'll be like, oh, I did it for America. I hate the vaccine. And I can hit all the high points when they're handcuffing me and the cameras are on me. Don't get vaccinated. Trump won. QAnon forever. Pizzagate. I'll say all the crazy shit that you assholes believe. Glenn Beck licked my asshole. Trial. Win. Millionaire. Forever. Free wedding. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Set in stone, man. Set in stone. I'll have to wrap this up. We have the asshole of the day in moments, but I've got a ton of sponsors to get to. And I don't want you to leave me. Don't you dare leave me. Don't fast forward through anything. I'll be totally upfront with you. I'm not going to try to trick you that I've got more content. No, I'm just going to do the asshole of the day and end this fucking show. But if you don't stay through the sponsors, that means you won't hear the reminder. And if you don't hear the reminder, it might not be fresh in your mind of the amazing things that you can take advantage of with my sponsors. And that hurts me. When your car breaks down, go to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV in Grand Rapids, Michigan. If you're anywhere near Grand Rapids, that's where I'd like you to take your car. As a show of support for the podcast, if they fix your car, anybody can fix your car, but if they fix your car and you mention my name, this podcast continues forever. 616-532-6600. Thank you to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. No matter where you are in the U.S., with the exception of South Carolina, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii, call Mario, 231-332-6505. First mortgage, 10th mortgage, refi. Your credit stinks. Your credit's great. Doesn't matter. Just pick his brain. Just call him up and say, hey, I've called my brother. He does mortgages and someone else who did my mortgage last time. But Zane told me to call you. How are you different? Yeah, Eric Zane told me to call you. 231-332-6505. 231-332-6505. Wednesday is Little League Day at TC Paintball. If your kid is white as a ghost, no friends, eats boogers, and gets no exercise because constantly plays video games, this might be, and gets no quality time with you, this might be a good idea. Say, hey, let's go do paintball. Get your nerd friends. Probably doesn't have any friends. Round up some kids, whatever. Do whatever the fuck you got to do and go to the Little League, okay? TC Paintball, tcpaintballgr.com. You're going to be having fun with your kid. It's low-impact machinery, so it doesn't hurt. Or step it up and, use the artillery that stings a little bit. They'll get over it. They're not going to cry because there's people looking at them. That's what kids do. If there's no one around, it's just you. When your 11-year-old gets hit with a paintball, he's going to go, he's going to sound like radio guy crying about girlfriends. I'm sad about stuff. See, that's why you can't blow past the fucking commercials. But then when he's with his friends, he gets shot. Leaves a mark on his neck like you wouldn't believe. And he's like, yeah. Oh, that hurts a little. No problem. I'm tough. With you, though. Patreon is after this. We've got some fun to talk about. We'll get into the Allegan teacher and the response by the students. Right now, the in thing to do is either shoot up your school, threaten your school, or say dumb shit to the students. Wait till you hear what this cock did in the Allegan School District, Hopkins, Michigan. What an asshole. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Bennett Flooring Installation. Still taking either self-nominations or nomination of someone you know for the Great Flooring Giveaway. It will be announced December 20. Right now, Jacob and Jason are installing the first one. I just saw the recipient send me images. The recipient had to actually rip up all the old flooring. But what the fuck? That's how they work. That's how it is. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm looking at images of this hallway. It's just wood, like the subfloor and the other area, the living room that had this old carpet ripped out. There was a path through it, all gone. Bennett Flooring Installation has agreed. Well, they approached me and said, we want to install into 2 Zaniacs homes flooring. And the first one was announced, and then they said, we want to do 2. So I still have all of the emails. If you feel so inclined, and I know that's hard to do, to write, hey, my life sucks right now, and new flooring would really help, send me the details, and don't be shy about it. Tell me what's up. You'll be kept anonymous. Don't worry. It's just between you and me and the Queen of the Forest and the NFK. And I have a very difficult decision to make because I have to take of all these amazing emails, yet one more will be the recipient. There will be one. And so I'm still taking emails up until the day before we do that. And thank you to Bennett Flooring Installation. If you ever want to hear from them about how they can help you and install flooring for you, you call 616-318-0167. That is 616-318-0167. So that's the installation portion. They save you money because you're ripping it all out, and then you go and you buy your own flooring wherever you buy it. But now I'm officially asking that you buy it from Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home in Granville, Michigan. I'm so happy that they are back on this show. They have 2 key points of interest. The actual store, Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home, on Granville Drive. I'm sorry, on Chicago Drive in Granville, right in that downtown area. You cannot miss it. The sign it's a great location. Holy shit. Right across from Strider's. So that's where you go in and with unbelievable staff who can help you every step of the way. You walk in and say, well, Bennett Flooring's going to be installing this stuff, but I don't know what to put down. Can you help me? And then they ask you questions. You get to the bottom of what it is, and then they take the time and, hey, this is what your room's going to look like with this in it, with this in it, with this in it. There you go. But you can also do this. Zaniac can't drop the E out of you. He works for Darwin, who owns Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home. They have an outlet store. It's just down the street to the actual west. It's a little west on Chicago Drive, maybe a quarter mile, right behind Little Caesars. That is the place where they buy, they have some really popular things that people tend to go to. Vinyl plank, whatever it may be, and they buy it in abundance for cheap because they know it'll sell. Well, because they're buying it in abundance from whoever makes these products, they get it for cheaper, which means you get it for cheaper. So You're not going to get nearly the selection of the main store, but you're going to get a huge discount on over-purchased things. That's what Kent dropped the E out of you and his boys at the outlet store do. So my point in all of this is we have you covered on flooring. You're going to buy it from Johnson's Carpet One Floor and Home or the outlet store. I suggest going to both, seeing what's up. In fact, go to the outlet store first. Because that might, hey, this is great. I love this. If they don't have anything you like, go to the big store. Okay? That's how it works. And that's how this works. That's the end of the show. We got nothing more. We got the asshole of the day. The asshole of the day. Feeling happy and gay, because it's the asshole of the day. Yeah. Asshole of the day. Yeah. Asshole of the day. The asshole of the day could be my grandpa for trying to murder my uncle in, I don't know, 1940. What the fuck was up with that story? Any suggestions for the asshole of the day? John Jizzmingo says, I think I should be considered for asshole of the day. Donut, fat. Why? You didn't do anything. We agree on everything. We are in absolute agreement about Kyle Rittenhouse, that he planned that massacre. Hey, Zane, I know what you're doing there. Okay? I see what you're fucking stupid, Zane. Well, quite literally. My lovely wife is literally the asshole of the day. When I saw that asshole, I said, who in their right mind, how wound up do you have to get during sex to want to put your wiener where the food comes out? I mean, seriously. And why in God's name did the good Lord, baby Jesus, decide that the place you want to be, the vagina, be inches from the butthole? I mean, my God, why couldn't you have made it on the bottom of the fucking foot? Why is the butthole so close to the vagina? It's a horrible design. It needs to be disputed. And my only hope is that evolution can somehow right this wrong. I would like nothing more to just take my shoe off and put my foot in the toilet and take a dump. That is absolutely 1,000,000% wrong. Very funny, Boomer Bob, playground next to the sewage plant. Arc Flash 480 says, I would argue that the butthole is prettier than the hatchet wound. Disagree. A lady's genitals have so many anatomical structures and nooks and crannies. It's an exquisite piece of equipment. And, I mean, my God, it's pleasure, reproduction, kind of a negative that pee-pee comes out of there. But holy shit, what an absolute engineering marvel. You ladies are lucky that you, no wonder why it requires such maintenance. That is why you get a pass. The amount of maintenance needed to keep things appropriate there. And God help those who don't. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I've said enough. Whew. Okay. I don't know where I'm going to raid you guys again. I'll raid you somewhere. I can't ever find any good shows. I just end up sending you to like a sports talk show. Everything sucks. Let me just say this. On Twitch, there is nothing on Twitch that is as good as me. I am the greatest thing that has ever happened to Twitch. There I go again with the sarcasm. All right, I'll leave you with a commercial, which you won't hear.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now get any breakfast sandwich for just $2. Available only through the app. Mobile order and pay available at participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting your cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com right now for free screening resources and recommendations from the American Cancer Society. Don't wait. Early detection can save your life. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com today. cancerscreeninfo.com.